Hello and welcome to another issue of Paperdolls for MM3 Isles of Terra. So, as usual, let's start from the beginning. Jonathan Archer, the male good human knight. Level 19 already, and his highest stat is currently Might, at a whopping 67, rated fantastic. No need for any boosts to get up to 50. And then... actually has 7 skills and 7 awards so far. That's quite something. I still do want to have additional awards given to him in the near future, but yeah. In his inventory we have about 1/3 of the items changed. So, first of all, what he still has from the last time. He still has the winner's helm, the coral ring, the leather cloak, which I would really like to replace, but there just haven't been any good robes, cloaks, or capes that we could find at any point in time, and we cannot actually enchant them because they're leather. Then he still has the amber ring, still has the gold belt, still has the... Wait, he does not have a cryo shield. Yeah, he changed the cryo shield to the flashing vampiric coin of half for me. That's very original when it comes to names, but I tried to make it look flashing, and I think that's closest approximation as I could get to having a static image look flashing. Okay, so next, he still has the obsidian spear, of course. I might want to shuffle around those items at some point once we get even more obsidian items, if we ever get more obsidian items, because there are actually a very set amount of those that you can find in the world. Then he still has the silver medal, and the emerald brooch, and the platinum plate armor, and still has those defender gauntlets. Then another new item that he now has is the electric crossbow, which actually was, I think, Shran's before. So I just changed the equipment around a bit. Then, now he has emerald boots. Very original, and that certainly gives him a lot of AC. Then, he has even 2 scarabs now. That's quite interesting. So first is the dense winner's scarab. It kind of looks like a regular scarab, because how would you define dense and winners in visual form? I have no idea. The other one is the poisonous bronze speed scarab. So that's very interesting. I made it look like a scarab with a snake on the bottom part of it. It's slightly hidden by the cape there, but otherwise you should be able to see it okay if you're on the highest resolution. So, the flashing vampiric coin of half for me, what it does is very interesting. So flashing itself, I believe, is energy, or was it electric? Flashing is electric. Protection, electric resistance plus 12. And then vampiric is actually hit points plus. In fact, it's the best hit point adding item. Vampiric gives plus 50 hit points. That is pretty amazing. That's why I'm using the coin and not a shield, even though a shield would definitely give a lot more AC. But yeah, 50 hit points, pretty good. It kind of makes him a bit like a barbarian, because now he has a lot of hit points, but not as many AC points. Then Dense Winter Scarab. What Dense does is, I believe it's also protection? Yeah, it's protection from energy, 9 points of resistance. Not a whole lot, but if we have the ability to have that equipped, why not? And Winners, of course, gives a whole lot of luck, which is interesting. I'm surprised he doesn't have luck as his best stat. Yeah, his luck is only 41, even though he has the Winner's Helm and the Dense Winner's Scarab. That makes me wonder if those things stack. They are supposed to, but actually let me check. Yeah, it does stack. So he was just horribly unlucky before. Okay. So yes. And I think that's everything that I want to cover for him. Let's go to the next character. Malcolm Reed, the male good human paladin. Level 18, with his highest stat being endurance and accuracy. Both at level 60. Well, not quite level, just add the number 60. Rated fantastic. Yep. He has a lot of equipment changes, as you can probably tell. So, first, let's go over what he still has from the last time. He has only 3 items. The Platinum Helm, the Amber Brooch, the Quartz Gauntlets, and that is everything. The new things that he has, first, he has a gold cape. Very interesting. Since it's a cape, I made it look a bit smaller, maybe like a capelet or something, as opposed to cloaks, which I make appear longer. Then he has Emerald Plate Armor. Very nice indeed. Though, the appearance is quite original here too, because usually I make gemstones look translucent, and yeah, that's kind of interesting. Then he has now Pearl Boots, which is a bit of an upgrade over his previous Iron Boots, I believe. Then he has an Obsidian Cutlass. Amazing. Unfortunately, the Hero Machine 3 didn't have a very nice graphic for it, but I guess this will work too. I gave it a more elaborate hilt like that. Then he has a gold shield, pretty decent in terms of AC boosting. Then he has a kinetic longbow, very nice, plus 30 damage, or energy damage. Then he now has also an Exacto belt. That is another thing that you actually haven't seen on my main playthrough yet, because I found that in the pits of the evil Castle Dragontooth. And it's pretty good. Exacto, what it does is adds accuracy. And in fact, Exacto is the best accuracy boost that you can get. It's plus 30 to accuracy. And that is exactly the reason why he has accuracy as one of his best stats. So this time he shouldn't miss anything. And with the increased chance to hit from an obsidian item, yeah, that's pretty amazing. The only thing he is really lacking is speed, which is still at 13 and rated good. Just good. That's pretty bad, yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next character now. Shran, the male evil elf robber. Level 21, with his highest stat being Endurance at 64. Rated fantastic. Of course, it's always fantastic if it's over 50. Although, maybe 65 would be something else. But he is just cursed to have 64 Endurance, 59 Might, 59 Accuracy, and 59 Luck. And also 64 AC. So, yeah, that's pretty silly. But nothing I can do at the moment. So, in his equipment list, we still have the Silver Boots, the Amber Ring, which you can just barely see among all those other rings. Then there's also the Scorching Ring, the Emerald Shield, the Brigand Ring of Antidotes, which still doesn't actually give him 100 points of thievery, it's only 92. It's decent, but as you could see, he still fails at unlocking certain chests, which is very unfortunate. Then he has the Kinetic Cape, and the Silver Pendant, and the Freezing Ring, and the Obsidian Chainmail. The new things that he now has is, first, Steel Gauntlets for an AC boost, an Iron Helm, which is a very, very slight AC boost. It's better than the glass helmet that he had before, which didn't do anything at all. Then, the Freezing Leprechaun's Crossbow. Leprechauns is actually the best luck increase that you can get. Winners is only plus 15 to luck. Leprechauns is plus 30, so it's like having two winners items equipped at the same time. That's very nice. And freezing is cold damage. Yeah, cold damage 5, so it's not that much. But Leprechauns is pretty good, and especially for a robber who needs to have the most protection from magic, because he is the one most likely to get hit by all the traps he fails to open. Yeah. Okay, then he also now has a kinetic short sword. Again, very good, plus 30 energy damage, and energy is something that not a whole lot of enemies resist. So that's good. Then he also has an iron ring, which is a very small increase to his AC. Then he has a gold ring, which is a much better increase in AC, but you cannot really see it all that well because it's hidden by his shield. Yeah, it's kind of, the light is filtered out and such. Then he has also another Exacto belt, because I picked up a pair of those from one of the pits. It's quite interesting. I wonder what's the chance of me getting 2 Exacto belts from one single treasure place. Probably not very high. Okay, and that is everything I wanted to go over for Shran. So let's go to the next character. Hoshi Sato, the female good human cleric. Level 19, with her highest stat being... Actually, it's endurance at 69. That's kind of weird. Why is it so high? I don't really remember. Well, in any case, she has 80 AC, which is kind of amazing. And that's due to her equipment. So first, she still has the crystal helmet, the crystal charm, the steel belt, the platinum gauntlets, the platinum splint mail, the iron ring, the gold ring, and now she also has a sparking pendant. I think that used to belong to someone else. And also, now she has platinum robes. That is nice for a cleric. Then she also has lapis boots now. Very interesting. That's definitely an improvement, and a much needed one, over the leather boots that she had before. Then, a very, very nice thing that she now has is a diamond cudgel. So, a cudgel is a stick, and diamond is a new gemstone that we now have. It is pretty good. It's one step below obsidian. It's +9 to hit, +30 damage, or +16 AC, but of course it's not applicable in this case. And the cost mod is ×90. So a cudgel is worth 90 times its base cost when it's diamond. Pretty cool. And yes, well, the cudgel itself isn't that good, but it's unique in that they can be equipped by clerics. And I think that is yeah, it can be also equipped by druids, but not by sorcerers, which is too bad because our sorcerer could really use a better weapon. Okay, then next we have a very prominent change here. The Obsidian Shield. Yep, it's a shield. It's made of obsidian, and it's giving +20 to AC. Pretty cool, and that's why she has that huge AC at the moment. So yes, that is everything for Hoshi. Let's move on to the next character. Dr. Phlox, the male neutral gnome druid. Level 18, with the highest stat being might of all things, at 61. Rated fantastic, of course. Yeah, Okay, so I guess you don't get any better until you reach 70? Yeah, probably. From 50 to 70, wow, that's a huge gap. That's why diminishing returns kick in at this point. Okay, so in his equipment list we have around half the equipment changed from last time. So, from the things that he has since last time, he still has the static ring, the lapis ring, the crystal charm, the steel gauntlets, the silver robes, the ebony ring, the gold crown, and the platinum ring. Lots of accessories. What he now has, in addition to that, is a platinum belt, nice upgrade, a radiating brooch. Radiating, I think, is energy. Yes, it's one step below kinetic. It adds +20 to energy resistance. Not bad. Then he has a frost necklace. Obviously, protection from cold. Then a sapphire leather armor. Oh yeah, sapphire leather armor. Pretty good when it comes to leather armor. Could be a bit better, but not a whole lot of better. Sapphire adds +14 to AC. Yeah, pretty good. Then he now has even 2 obsidian items. Amazing. So first he has an obsidian ring, which I also made look very elaborate. It's kind of a strange cross shape there. And the other obsidian item that he has is the obsidian maul. Very nice too. So mauls cannot also be equipped by sorcerers, but they can be equipped by druids and clerics. So I just want to give this to our doctor. Because I think it's better than the Diamond Cudgel. And our doctor is more likely to hit enemies than our dedicated healer, Hoshi. So yeah, that's why I gave him this thing, which looks pretty awesome. So yeah, and then the last thing that I gave him is the kinetic gem that replaces his silver coin that he had, which lowers the AC, but of course kinetic adds quite a bit to energy resistance, and as a druid I do want him to have energy resistance because we are likely to run into enemies that cause energy damage. And the silver coin doesn't really add that many AC points anyway. And combined with his new obsidian ring, who needs it? Yeah. Alright, so let's move on to the last character of our current group. T'Pol, the female neutral elf sorcerer. Level 18, with her highest stat being intellect? Yeah, the base intellect stat is 68, but since she drank from a fountain at the moment that I am looking at her stats, she actually has 88 intellect, and the rating is astounding. Which means she has a maximum amount of spell points being 324. So as you can see, at some point diminishing returns are really diminishing. We had pretty much the same amount of spell points at something like 50 intellect. Yeah, so there's no real reason to get your stats all that high. Alright, so in her equipment list we have a third of the items changed. So she still has that crystal brooch, she still has the steel ring, she still has silver boots and the steel cape. She still has the crystal ring of magic detection rather, which I will probably use soon enough in order to check how many charges I have left in some of those magic items that I picked up. Then she has an ebony dagger, the cryo ring, the obsidian horn, the ebony padded armor, the toxic ring, and the gold gauntlets. The new things that she now has include the scorching ring, obviously fire protection, the ebony pendant, lots of ebony items that she has equipped for some reason, then a toxic ring. No wait, she already had the toxic ring. Now she has the gold helm, as opposed to the coral helmet, I believe. And she now also has a steel medal, and last but not least, she also now has an emerald belt. So that's that, and I will see you all in the next episode of Might Magic 3 Isles of Terra. See y'all then, later.